amazing. I mean, you just set them up to launch their life in such a positive way.
I mean, it's been really great. I mean, some of the women who stayed in Launch Your Life from the menopause program have done amazing things with their lives. One of my clients had been thinking about a PhD program for probably 15, 20 years. And I said to her, like, what's holding you back? And she's going to complete it this year.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. I had another client.
That's part of our job, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Another client who was living in Florida for the last 30 years, hated everything about it, and just started taking steps and moved out of Florida to Maine and living her life so much. She doesn't need me anymore. And she's left the program. And that's great, because as coaches, what we want to do is put ourselves out of a job.
Yes.
And, let people go off and live their lives the way they need to. And so
we teach them how to fly, and then it's like, okay,
yeah.
So they come back though. They visit all the time.
It's very, very satisfying. And so I'm always looking for more people to join my programs. And, obviously there's some hoops to jump through, make sure that you're a fit, but, just reach out to me, join my email list, email me, drg@drmichellegordon.com. I answer all my own email.
Yeah. And yes, you do actually. It's really good. And I like, so when you came up with the Launch Your Life, what was the premise behind it?
Well, I started thinking about what I was really doing. I looked at how I had helped people in the past and what I liked doing about that. All the things I hated about the menopause side of things and all the things I loved about it. And I kept the things I loved. And what I helped people realize is that for that particular group, and for anyone in midlife, any woman in midlife, menopause is a launching ground for us to reinvent ourselves. And a lot of us do that. Oftentimes we'll change relationships. We'll end a marriage that hasn't been working for years, but we stayed together because of the kids. Or we'll, who knows, change careers. The kids leave and got all this free time. What am I going to do with it? And so it's a really good time in midlife to relaunch yourself. And I just love the idea. I'm a science geek, and I love science fiction and the idea of a rocket ship launching off. And that's the logo.
Yeah, and that's what you do. You do launch yourself, and it starts with habits, and it starts with belief in yourself, and knowing that universe gotcha. I love saying that, because the truth is it does. And the other thing, and tell me if you found this too, is don't chase the money. The money will come. The money. Yeah,
but money is not. I mean, I'll tell you, after making, I don't know, in the last 5 years of my practice, I think I made $25 million. And, a lot of it went out for expenses, and I didn't keep all that, but that's what I made. And what I can tell you from making that kind of money is that wherever you go, there you are. And what money does is it solves money problems. It does not solve the deep problems of identity. And if what you really want is to become a different person, I'll tell you, the best self-help activity is starting a business, because you have to work on yourself, because you are always the rate limiting step in your business.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're taking each step at a time. So, and that's why it's really important to have a coach or be in a program like this, because it helps guide you. That accountability level is really important. That's what helps people get out of their comfort zone, because we're right there with you. You take a step, we take a step. You take a leap, we take the leap with you. And if it lands badly in your perspective, we can adjust that and try it again. Nobody becomes that superstar overnight. They practice. Michael Jordan, he was not put on his high school team.
Yeah, he got cut from his high school basketball team.
He got cut.
Oprah Winfrey got fired. I mean, there's so many examples. Colonel Sanders, was he 62 when he finally sold, the Kentucky Fried Chicken recipe? I mean, it's never too late. It's never too late.
And you can start anytime on anything you want, as long as you feel it here. You got to have the fire here. If you have the fire here, you need to reach out to Dr. Michelle Gordon. She's going to be able to give you those habits and take you to those next steps and give you that guidance, and from a knowing place, because you've been there. And that's where what makes great coaches is you have to have experienced that. That's one of the questions I always have people ask is, one, does the coach have a coach? And then two, which is really important, because that says that you're coachable. And then two, most importantly, do you have any experience where you understand? I had one of my clients say to me, "Oh, Lorianne, you don't understand. You just don't understand what it's like." And I'm like, "Really? All right, let me share a little story." And that's when I shared my story. And they're like, "I had no idea," because everybody sees you where you are today. Everybody sees you, Dr. Michelle, where you are today. This super surgeon and successful at Launch Your Life and helping people improve their life and find out who they are. And they don't understand that, we both went through changes, and I call those pivots in our life, those opportunities where we have great tragedy and we have a great opportunity to make a change. It's whether or not we grasped onto it and did it. And it takes courage. So let's go back to that question, because you avoided it. How did it feel to once you took the step and you actually did it and you took that leap? How does it feel now? Like, does it feel?
Well, I feel like I'm fulfilling my purpose finally. I always felt like an outsider in medicine, and I don't feel like an outsider. I feel like I've really found my tribe in this group of geeky marketers that I'm in, and I love it. I really do. I love it, and I wake up each morning with purpose. And one thing that I was lacking was some structure in my day, and I finally set aside some, what we call sacred time to do a couple of things. And in reality, to really get something done, you need to spend an hour of focused time. That's it. And you'll get stuff done.
I call that my power hour.
Yeah.
I have my power hour in the morning, and I do all, meditation, reading, exercise.
No, I do one thing. That one sacred time is for writing. That's it.
Yeah. And whatever
the rest of it is before, but the hour is for writing, and that my day is, pretty much done after that. And it's like 9 a.m. I'm done, and it's great.
When are you writing your book?
So I have a book that I've got with the what is it with the person who's writing the foreword. And it's called Healing the Healer, and it's journal prompts for doctors to help them get out of burnout. And I'm super excited about that. And that's going to be available on my website for the cost of your email address.
When are you going to launch that?
So as soon as it's designed, I'm waiting. Actually, all I'm waiting for is the foreword. It's done. I'm waiting for the foreword. Then I have to design it, and it'll be on my website for the cost of your email address. Probably in the next 2 weeks. I do not have a wait list set up for it. I've been having a lot of technical problems with my email, with my website. So I'm waiting for that, but that'll come. And then, so that's happening. And, I've got
a signed copy.
What's that? You want to sign copy? Well, it's going to be an ebook to start. So I'll probably sell it on Amazon. I'll probably self-publish it and sell it on Amazon eventually. But starting, I'm just going to give it away on my website right now. And then the other thing is, if you go to my podcast, launchyourlifepodcast.com, the last 7 episodes are a memoir. If you want to know more about me, I started this memoir series from 161 to 168 of the podcast. And the last episode was either in September or August. And I got a little overwhelmed with it. And so I stopped. And so I made it to like my teenage years. And I talked all about my youth and all the traumas I went through and resilience and that sort of thing, and how my brain was really elegant in keeping me alive through these traumas. And so that's that. If you want to get to know me a little better, that's a place to go.
Oh my gosh, this is so yummy, so yummy. I would like to invite you back. This is why I keep asking you. One, I have this propensity to be an accountability partner. So I'm like, launch the book. I'm a big cheerleader of you, Dr. Gordon. Healing the Healer. I want to bring you back when you have it on your website and you're ready to send it. I want to bring you back on whenever that is. I don't care if it's 2 weeks from now, so that we can get this out to everyone, because I think that's a really, really beautiful thing. You have such sage advice, and I think it's important to get what you're doing out there. And that's why, we've connected. The other question I have for you, and I'm sure you get asked this all the time, and I know I always ask my guests this, is what's your why? Why do you do what you do now?
Yeah. So I don't want people to take as long to figure out their purpose, their passion in life as I did. It took me so long to figure it out. And also, like, after leaving medicine, I didn't even know it was burnout until early, like at the end of last year. Like, why did I leave medicine? I was burned out, and I talked about it a little bit, but I never really allowed it to sink in. And so I just want to help you skip the line. That's it. That's my main thing. Skip the line and get to success a lot faster. And isn't that what every coach is supposed to do?
Absolutely. I mean, I talk and you say skip the line. I say jump the hurdle. I rather walk around the hurdle because I know where the hurdle is. So why jump it? Don't even use that energy. Walk around and spend energy on something more focused for yourself. So I love to skip the line. That's perfect. Love what you do. I think you're just a superstar. And congratulations for being so courageous to jump out of a very prolific job. And thank you for all you did during COVID. I mean, we can't be more grateful, especially I know you're in New York, and as am I, and we can't be more grateful for heroes like you. You are a heroine for doing what you did. And so thank you so much for staying in, not even knowing what you were really facing. So thank you for that. And thank you for what you're doing now. For me and for us, I think it's even bigger than what you were doing before, because Launch Your Life is going to change lives over and over and over again. So again, drmichellegordon.com, reach out, give your email address to this beautiful woman so that you can get the information, sage advice, and then of course her book coming out, Healing the Healer, which will be on drgordon.com as well. Thank you for being a guest today.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's been fun.
Really appreciate you. So, and thank you for joining us today on Healthy Lifestyle with Lorianne. I hope we earned the privilege of your time. I want to thank again our guest, Dr. Michelle Gordon, one of my besties now. And thank you for joining us today on Healthy Lifestyle with Lorianne. Look for our show every Saturday at 3 p.m. Until next time, I am Lorianne Casdia. Play a higher role, serve a higher purpose, show up for you, and show up big. Show up really big. Bye, everyone. Have a great day. Thank you again, Michelle.